Tonight, Bedford County became the latest place in our area to declare itself a Second Amendment sanctuary, and the resolution there had wording that is much stronger than what we have seen in other places, threatening to withhold things like funding and also threatening lawsuits. They were expecting a big crowd tonight, and they moved the meeting to Liberty High School as a result of that, and that is where we find 10 News reporter Shane Dwyer tonight. Shane, was that auditorium big enough?
John, you know, the fire plate on the wall there at the auditorium said 775 people, give or take a little bit, for that was the maximum capacity. And I can tell you tonight, they blew that number out of the water. There were people standing in the aisles, people standing along the walls, people standing outside the building in the lobby just trying to get in, just trying to listen as the doors were open. Many people disappointed they could not get in tonight. Many people also disappointed that they could not bring their guns tonight because Liberty High School is a gun-free campus, being here part of the Bedford County Public Schools. Now, there wasn't much question tonight what the Bedford County Board of Supervisors were going to do. Many of the Board of Supervisors up on the stage tonight were wearing the orange Gun Saves Live stickers, but they still wanted to give everyone a chance to say whatever they wanted to say.
The applause inside Liberty High School's auditorium was frequent and hearty Monday night. Supervisors voting unanimously to pass the Bedford County version of a Second Amendment sanctuary.
The Second Amendment was not written so that we could have a gun for hunting. It was not even written only to protect ourselves from criminals. It was written that we could have guns to protect ourselves from the very government officials who are trying to take our guns away from us.
Bedford County becomes the latest locality to do something like this. Their version threatening to withhold funding and saying they don't intend to comply with any possible Democratic championed gun restrictions. Sheriff-elect Mike Miller backing that up.
This agency will not be part to the violation of, infringements upon, or our community's individual rights as it pertains to the United States Constitution.
But before that, as more than a dozen people stepped up to speak, it seemed like a stage show spectacle rather than a public meeting.
Y'all need to protect your families, hold your loved ones tight, and Sheriff, don't bend.
Numerous speakers spoke to the crowd and not to the board, making theirself a stage up front. This man used his few minutes to sing his feelings.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
And when the one person against the resolution spoke,
when you start approving a resolution directing the law enforcement and employees of Bedford County to...
He was interrupted by someone yelling, "Go back to Venezuela," before finishing and being heckled away from the mic.
I'm worried that our safety will be dependent on law enforcement's interpretation of what is constitutional or not.
The board thanked everyone for coming out to the meeting, and nearly everyone in attendance was pleased with the outcome.
Supervisor John Sharp closing out his thoughts tonight before his vote, saying, quote, he wants people in Richmond and Northern Virginia to feel personally uncomfortable and to maybe considering going back to where they came from. Live in Bedford County, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.
Thank you, Shane. So a big turnout there. Meanwhile, Galax and Rockbridge also voted to become sanctuaries tonight. Radford heard public comment but would not vote on the measure.